Give me a minute. Oh, wrong chat. I only said ready up to the wrong chat. Oh, I'm live now. I'm just doing the introductory stuff, and then yeah. No worries, mate. No worries. Yep. Okay. We're live. We are getting ready to start the first sprint race of the Division 3 season for Rapid Racing League in Australia. We've got 18 cars, 18 people online tonight ready to race. We've got a short quali, so sprint quali in this, given there's no official sprint quali setup, we usually do this as short qualifying, which is 18 minutes, and then a 13 lap race to solve that up. And then we do a proper half race distance race going by the 25% races finishing order. That's how that goes. So anyway, hello everyone. I am your mostly main commentator. Sometimes I'll have other people with me. I'm SD Romulus, and I've got tonight with me Frizy once again. He's opted to join me once again. Much appreciated. It's good to have you back on board again, mate. And hope you're doing well.
Hello, everybody. We are Gucci. I just unmuted myself. Yes, it is great to be back in the comms box once again. It's been 2 weeks, so you know.
Yeah. It's been a. Oh, it has only been 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a longish few weeks, honestly. It's a lot of things are going on. Sorry, I just now need to type up the Twitch thing in the Rapid Racing League news section. So we are now properly live. We've got the sprint quali ready to go. And I'm going to disable telemetry because there's no telemetry for you. And they've changed the little icon thing for when it says you're live. They don't have the minutes anymore. They just says like there's a red button that just says you're recording. And that's really neat to see. So anyway, footy season's back, and I've got that on in the background. I know, Frizy, you don't follow footy, so it's not really anything we can discuss about there.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Sorry, my bad.
I think you're confused with Boulder, I think.
Oh, I'm confused with Boulder, right? Yeah, because it was 3 when we were together, and I forgot that. Yeah. Hello, Causa. How you doing, mate? Good to see you on. Thank you for joining us. We have a car coming out of the garage. I believe it is Rapid McNeil. It is indeed Rapid McNeil, out on the medium tyres. It's looking very predictably grey in Britain, in this online incarnation of Britain. But yeah, it's good to see the footy season back. And of course, we've got F1 on later this week. The 2022 Formula 1 World Championship commences in Bahrain this week for the second season running, and McNeil's nearly loses it coming out of turn 4? I think that's turn 4. Anyway, Scenes, where's my chips? Give him his chips back. Are you talking about the points or actual chips?
Not everything.
I don't know what.
Everything.
Okay, fair enough. And we're on board still with Rapid McNeil. We're seeing 2 other cars exit onto track. We've got a Williams, and that is Lev XRT on his 10th race for Rapid Racing League. And of course, we've got X-Labs, part of the current leaders in the constructors, the Haas F1 team with the god-awful invasion livery. As you can see there, it's got the colours of aggressive invaders. Rapid stands with Ukraine still. Danny Rick has been cleared the race defiant, Diz tells me in the chat. That is awesome stuff to hear, I'm glad. Kind of sad though that Piastri won't get a race, but I'm glad that Danny Rick's alright. Hopefully he's hopefully he has a good season. And hello Noodles, how you doing? Good to see you on board. Yeah, not much else has really gone on right now. We've got plenty of cars out on track. But of course, no one's started a lap just yet. But McNeil's has invalidated.
Yeah, McNeil's is going to be the first one to start a lap. So it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely, yeah, because he's typically been around mid-pack of sorts. But he's typically been a decent performer. This track has caught out a lot of people in the Div 2 and Div 1 races we've had earlier this week. It caught myself out, actually. We've actually got a corner named after myself now that we will show you later on. Nightbot is bullying Noodles, which is unnecessary. But yeah, I mean, we had the Rom-Dom corner, because apparently I caused crashes, but I've only had 2 DNFs this season. So take that for what you will. I'd like to say it was Rom-Dom, because I was the trendsetter to cause 3 others to crash on that same corner. How'd your race go? Anyway, you finished P9, didn't you? So you got on the points in the end.
Yeah, I was travelling around in P16 for the most part of the race, because wing damage, and McNeil's went off into
Yeah, I was
Scotland
just gonna
there.
say.
Yeah,
Yep,
in the
went
end,
off the Scott.
I got P9. Could potentially move up another couple of places due to some potential post-race penalties. But
Yep.
yeah, Hunter when Kodia took each other out, yeah, I was P11, and then yeah, JTM had 5 extra seconds more than me, and I moved up into P9. So my season has
Nice.
been all P9s, one P6, and DNFs. So that is
Nice.
so inconsistent for me.
I mean, hey, it's either points or DNF. You know, it's at least you're finishing in the points when you finish. As McNeil's crosses the line, setting a 129.921 on the medium compound tire. Um, but yeah, at least you're finishing in the points when you finish.
Mm.
That's a good thing. And my teammate finished P7 too. So shout outs to Rapid Pajala. He did an incredible job to pick up based off my untimely premature exit from the wrong dom from my Magnum Dong corner. We have an alpha going through there right now, actually. It's actually a car gamer. So if you go car gamer, Frizy, that wall, that inside left wall where the crane is, me and two others, I believe Cruder was one.
Laps.
Yep, he just goes fastest. Nice stuff there. 6/10 quicker than Rapid McNeil. And Stroker Race goes nearly, another 6/10 down on the soft tire. God, he looked really unsteady heading out of turn 1 there. For some reason, these cars are really unstable out of turn 1 in this game. There's just no ebb and flow to turn 1. It's either, I'm kind of getting through there, or, oh shit, I've spun. Am I the only one who feels that way?
Yeah. I mean, probably since the last couple of patches, the car's been really unstable. You just gotta find a good setup, really, to suit the individual's driving style. Really,
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, my setups have been a little bit on the older side lately. Some of them do work out alright, but others, yeah. This track I just can't find a right setup for. As you see, Car Gamer setting a purple first sector, so that's a rather interesting, bit of corners from him there. You see him, we're on board with him now. His XRT goes quicker than X-Laps with a 128.729 on the soft compound tyre. He doesn't invalidate. Oh, he did invalidate. But Urban Growth goes even quicker on the medium compounds with the 128.5. So we're seeing plenty of variety in the times here. Oh, with McLaren spun.
Oh, I was on Car Gamer, and he was on for a smashing of Urban Grove's lap time there. He was on rails through Meckets and Beckett's. Just went a little bit too wide, but yeah, big interesting for Car Gamer now to see what he does if he goes for another run or if he comes in. Looks like
I reckon he's
going for another run.
Yep. I was just going to say, it looks like he is going for another run. I think Clappy and Itty Boy here might have had a bit of a run in there, going at left field, I think it is. Anyway, I have Rex Zopat saying, are us reserve drivers needed? Well, all the reserve drivers who signed up said they'd be in. And I mean, I had 4, and I believe all 4 are in. Unless you're price 76. I think I tagged you, but I didn't get a reply back, if that is true. As Mansell, not Nigel Mansell, don't worry, it's not Nigel Mansell. But Mansell goes fastest with a 128.1. Goes past Bird, who is yet to set a time. He's sitting in P13 as it stands. And then Earl Gasly, out of nowhere in the background, goes P3 with the 128.6. We just had someone else cross the timing boards as well, actually.
It was Andy.
It was Andy. Thank you for letting me know. It was Andy with a 127.8.
Oh!
As Crunchy Swanman is disqualified for the wrong way.
So I've had that happen to me before, and yeah, the game does not give you a chance to go to the right way. So
yeah,
unlucky for Crunchy, but he starts at
massively.
the back, which isn't a bad thing because you don't want to be in that mid pack, especially as turns 1, 2, and 3 in off the 5 red lights. Because as we know in Div 2, a lot of incidences happen there.
Yeah, I mean, I had in the sprint I went from 18th to 9th, and I was hovering around the back for most of that until a late safety car came out, and just all hell broke loose from that safety car. So we see Stroker has spun, heading into the slower part of the track, turns 3 and 4, which is a bit of a weird spot to spin. Yeah, car game 2. Damn. 128.302. So you were correct about him having ripper pace, but do you think he could have gone quicker with that what if lap?
He was definitely going to be in the 27s.
Yeah,
I think he
damn.
was. I think he would have taken Maggie to back. It's a little bit more cautiously.
Well, you know what? He's just gone quicker in Sector 1 by a tenth and a bit. So I reckon he's just going to go out there and he's just going to send it.
Jeez.
He's gone very wide though.
Jeez, Clappy. P2 on the mediums. Literally 0.086. So that's the gap at the moment. Your boy has had he's invalidated, so he's lucky he's got enough fuel to go for another run. But
yeah, I was just gonna say also these guys have had the luxury of a dry qualifying session, whereas we did not in the sprint quali session, or in the qualifying for the sprint quali. We were rather unlucky there with that.
Yeah.
Sid Williams.
No, I was on the bird. Just went a little bit too wide at the Hamilton Verstappen corner. So yeah, track limits going to be interesting in both the sprint race and the feature race. And it's Lavar, has had a moment at that same corner as well.
Yeah, and he's slowing down, letting the Haas through of X laps, who I believe is out on an out. Yeah, he's on the lap, and he's on these softer compound tires. He wants to get further up into the top 10.
Bird. That is a big wide. A 30.5, yeah.
Yeah, he needs 4/10 to catch up to Stroker, who was himself about 4/10 off from War Machine. See, I'm a bird. Cut that inside corner.
P1.
Just goes quickest, damn. So there was someone who goes in the 127s.
Yeah.
Jish going through turn 2.
Oh, kangaroo guy. What? Oh, wow.
FLX...
That is a big corner cut if I've ever seen one.
Kangaroo.
Yeah.
When he... Did he cut through the S's, did he?
Yeah, pretty much.
What a meme. So I didn't keep it on because I was just checking the comments, but FLX, who is currently 10th in this, he got underbody and side pod damage when going over a curb. That's interesting because I've actually never seen any instances of that happening in the game, so it's actually good to know that the damage model is kind of working, because I know that does happen in real F1 cars. But FLX is coming back out. He's going to be compromised due to that damage, so what he can pull off is yet to be seen, but he's pulled out into turn 2 at the right moment. There is no traffic behind him. He's got plenty of time left. 14 cars have set times, and we've had one disqualification. I say it's a disqualification, but it really wasn't. It was just the game being basically Nightbot and being like, "Oh, you didn't turn around within like 2 milliseconds. Bam, you're banned."
If I'm flexed and if I've got undercar damage, I would invalidate my hot lap and let Kangaroo and It's Your Boy go up the order. Oh, okay.
Aston. It's Your Boy here has crashed somewhere.
Okay. I'm clipping that.
Was there contact between the two?
Yeah. So I think it was either Kangaroo or It's Your Boy hit one or the other right behind each other, and now It's Your Boy is out. And now Kangaroo guy has got a 5-place grid penalty.
I was just gonna say, I just saw that, yeah.
Because of that, so I have clipped that, so that is one for the stewards, perhaps. Maybe if Noodles wants to go to my profile and get that clip, if it should be up. I clipped the last 5 minutes, so I went off at the wrong time.
Yeah, it'll come up easy then, yeah.
I clipped.
It's not good, though.
I went off It's Your Boy at the wrong time, though, so... Yeah. But with that, Kangaroo guy's got rear-wing damage now. If you look on his car, look back, you can see there's damage on the top. So
he's just got that's not ideal at all for him, unfortunately.
Well, as I was going to say with FLX, I would invalidate my lap and let Kangaroo guy and It's Your Boy go up the order and start P17, because you don't want to be in the back. Because if you can't be, we'll say top 4, and we know with the other,
you're better off being further back.
Yeah, you might as well just start at the back, really. And
fair enough.
And what's interesting, the top 8 the top 8 all on softs, but Nishway and Mansell have not come out yet. But the rest of them are out on softs, where LeVar and Hamilton are on mediums in 9th and 10th.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that'll be... I wonder if they're going to try claw their way up. I mean, we had that in Div 1 last night where we had Kimmy and I think it might have been Supra climb their way up quite a bit into the upper echelon of the top 10s through late laps on the medium tyres. So I wonder if they're going to try to do a repeat of that. I just noticed that LeVar went P5 with a 128.4, and X-Labs also did a 128.4 before, which was good enough for him to go up into P5, but of course XRT or LeVar, whatever we want to call him, has obviously pipped him there by a very small fraction, admittedly. But anyway,
and
Alpine crossing the line.
I'm going to call him Flex. He's up into P12. Hamilton's up into P5 on the medium, so...
Decent lap there.
Yeah, it's Gasly.
Gasly quickest.
Yeah, at half a tenth.
Damn.
Literally.
Yeah, no, decent effort there.
Literally half a tenth.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, but decent effort as Mansell leaves the session, but Andy goes even quicker.
Literally by nothing as well.
Yeah, 13, very tight margins for the top 3.
13 milliseconds, and that is what Breaking Point was all about in the second part of the story, if you haven't played it. 13 milliseconds. Where you play with Casper Ackerman.
Yeah, I mean, I played the story, but I didn't pay that much
attention
to it. So I was just like, play on highest difficulty challenges.
So, yep. Okay, I will clip that as well. So Mansell left the session. His car just stopped at the double right-hander off turn 3, so 4 and 5. So it's usually the car will just go back into the thing. Oh, as Hamilton now gets a 5-place grid penalty
with Clappy for what? I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either. I just saw the message come up. So Clappy's ahead.
But he'll be behind off quali there, so he may as well just put it into the pits unless there's more contact. I'm going to keep a close eye on these two in case there is more contact.
So I think Clappy hit the back of Hamilton here because Clappy's got wing damage here.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. With having, I mean, this track's pretty wide, so we should be generally avoiding any sort of on-track contact in qualifying. But it's disappointing to see that we're having a few people get grid place penalties as Cargame crosses the line and goes P4 with a 127.994. So the top 4 now is under just a bit over a tenth separated, with Clappy there waiting in the wings about with a penalty as X-Labs retires, setting the 8th fastest time. Unfortunately for Mansell, he's had a strong first impression with us in Rapid Racing, but he has ended up disqualified through no fault of his own. As I'm seeing in the Discord, it was AMG Hamilton, there was nothing nefarious there, seemingly. It was seemingly a incident.
Is Kangaroo Guy leading the championship by any?
I'm going to have a quick look at the standings.
Where is he in the standings?
Team standings. He is P2 in the standings currently.
He's in a bit of trouble here. He'll make the line here, but I tell you what, he's in a bit of trouble. And Stroke Race and War Machine, their qualities are done. They've come up way too late.
Yeah. It is what it is, unfortunately. That happens sometimes. It's a little difficult to calculate the correct times, particularly in harder...
straight.
As I've been told, why am I doing... what the fuck was I doing with Sprint? But no, NRL Gasly, that's what happens. We do this. This is what Rapid Racing League is doing for its Division 1, 2, and 3 programs this season. We're doing Sprint on the tracks that were in the Sprint season in 2021.
I don't understand why War Machine's going to the finishing line. He can't set his lap. So, interesting. Stroke Race did make it in the end, so that was...
He's a fraction up on Sector 1 time. I'm just keeping on board with the Kangaroo Guy, who's going through the Hamilton-Verstappen corner. That was a beautiful corner entry exit from him. He's got traffic up ahead of the Alfa Romeo of Rapid McNeil, who's currently in P10. With any luck, Kangaroo Guy will pip Rapid McNeil. But of course, we are going to be attentively watching Kangaroo Guy's time. And first goal in the Doggies Demons game goes to Ben Brown. Spoilers to anyone
so I'm a bit ahead.
Behind.
I'm a bit ahead, so that's why the time. I have the timing glitch. So,
Right, no, you're right.
War Machine will have a lap done.
He's up a 10th in Sector 1. Nearly 2/10, sorry, in Sector 1. I thought you were going to say you were ahead of me in the footy game. As Kangaroo Guy goes fastest overall and sets a 1:27.672 on the medium compound. That is a great lap. And a very strong final lap for him. Well, very strong only lap. So when it mattered the most, managed to put in a cracking lap. And of course, he's now up there on provisional pole. Is it really provisional pole? Don't know.
Yeah.
Calls Crunchy a flop for some reason. Mansell, can I join back in? Mate, you need to join off us.
So, I'm a bird's half a second up here. War Machine, well, I think last time I saw, he was up on his time as well, but not by much.
He was up by about 2/10 in Sector 1, but I didn't pay attention to the Sector 2 as I was checking Discord.
P12.
Oh, and P12, not bad. Okay, well that's the results for this qualifying to determine the qualifying, but Kangaroo Guy does have a 5-place grid penalty, meaning provisional pole for the short qualifying. This is a mind fuck to try commentate. Goes to Andy H, who sets a 1:27.879, but the tentative order is Kangaroo Guy, Andy, Gasly, Jishway, Car Gamer, Urban Growth, Clappy, Hamilton, Levar or XRT, X-Laps, Rapid McNeils, War Machine, FLX, I'm a Bird, Stroker Race, and then It's Your Boy, who did not set a time. In fact, he crashed out of the session, along with Mansell and Swanman being disqualified through no fault of their own. It's the game being Nightbot.
So Hamilton will start 13th here. So
yeah. Also, sorry to interrupt you there. I'm a Bird also got side pod damage, interestingly enough. So we're having a couple of people getting side pod damage.
Damage is on simulation, surely.
Yeah, it is. Because people were like, hey, why is Div3 not sim damage? And I'm like, oh, now is good luck. And fun fact, I started sim damage at Baku, and I think that had quite a few stewards reports. You can probably tell why. As I'm seeing a footy player get some sort of tape on him. Maybe they had an out or something. I don't know.
Very
Wednesday night footy.
Very clear sky here at Silverstone, which is a rarity because it's usually raining all year round. So
yeah, it's miserable and sad, just like most of the British. Sorry.
So we get the one. So we get the one good day here, but it is the sprint. But
it's the singular good day of the year in Britain, ladies and gentlemen.
I cannot wait for the feature race to be absolutely heavy rain. And we've gone for 5 red lights already. No formation lap.
Yep. No formation lap whatsoever. I think I forgot to turn that on. But that's okay. 5 lights and away we go. A race to turn 1 is underway. And Andy gets a very nice start over NRL Gasly. In fact, Jish gains on NRL Gasly. But he goes super wide going into turn 1. We see a car going very far off there. One of the Ferraris. But going into turn 2, we've got Car Gamer coming up the inside. As he sticks on the outside, does he go around wide? Nope. We've got Urban Growth catching up behind. We've got a yellow flag further down. It's one of the Ferraris. It is I'm a Bird, who's come off second best. We're on board with Levar, who's just behind Rapid McNeils. As Mansell rejoins the session, he's now in P17. And It's Your Boy here gains quite a few positions from that. And I've got a bass guitar in my hand for some reason. Don't ask why. Some things are better left unanswered. As we have contact.
That is some contact with the Haas spinning.
Was that McNeils and X-Laps?
I don't think so. It was McNeils. I think McNeils was a little bit far behind. Oh my god. Are we going to see some damage again? As McNeil goes a little bit wide there. It's Your Boy lagging a little bit. This is going to be so close as Rapid McNeil. Oh my god. Oh,
yeah, we're seeing a lot of side-by-side racing in a part of the track where you don't want side-by-side racing, and War Machine manages to somehow avoid any significant damage.
Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. They're going 3 wide on this main straight, as I think it's I'm a Bird having some trouble at the back there. Doing some bit of weaving.
As we see War Machine and X-Laps side-by-side. Slight contact between the two. Does X-Laps get around on the outside? Oh, some slight contact between him and War Machine goes straight into the wall.
That's probably a penalty for laps coming his way. Didn't leave the space. It's a virtual safety car. Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
I have clipped that as well. So if War Machine needs another POV, he's more than welcome to. Gasly has lagged himself way back up to P6,
Yeah,
P7 now.
Yeah, Gasly's internet issues continue to plague Division 3. If he's involved in any accidents, we're going to have a serious chat with him. People have said to him, get better internet, and he hasn't really replied to that. I think a lot of that is based from him. I mean, he has a Singapore flag, so I'm guessing he is based in Singapore, which typically does have decent internet, to be fair. Most, if not all, Asian countries actually have very good internet.
Well, I've commentated a couple of people in Singapore, notably Kibistic Flunky. And
yes, I remember him. He was in Div 2 last season.
Yeah, and he's not, he rarely lags, is what I'm trying to say. So maybe it's not due to the fact he's from Singapore. I think it's just in Gasly's area.
We'll blame Aussie internet. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's hard to say, but it has been causing a few issues, unfortunately. Oh, we're seeing Jish all around the back of Andy H. He looks to make a move, but there is no room for him to make a move just yet. He just needs to stay steady behind Andy H. But as it stands, on lap 3, the top 10, as DRS is enabled, are Andy H, Jishway, Cargamer, Urban Growth, Clappy, Kangaroo Guy, NRL Gasly, FLX, Lavar, and McNeils, with Crunchy Swanman not far behind McNeils at all. He's had a stonking start there, from being disqualified and starting plumb last to now being up into P11. Of course, in the sprint format, only the top 3 score points. That will change with the next season. Of course, the top 8 will score points as we see Jishway pull out to the side there and get ahead of Andy H with DRS. Does he stay ahead in the braking zone? Oh, he went a little late there on the brakes. Gives Andy a chance to claw back P1. They're side by side. And no, they're still side by side, actually. Are we going to see contact a la Verstappen and Hamilton? They continue to be side by side. Will they stay side by side going into Hamilton Verstappen? They do, and they avoid contact. But Jishway did look a little unsteady through there, but Andy will have DRS. These guys have been side by side for effectively half the lap so far. Incredible stuff to watch. As you see this fantastic camera angle here. And you see the two McLarens hunting down Cargamer for the last of the sprint points paying positions, and Andy H gets DRS and sails ahead of Jishway, takes back P1. Jishway's got to do that all over again this next lap. Stunning stuff so far, if I say so myself. That was some quality racing between Andy H and Jishway. And their fighting has made the battle pack even bigger, if I say so myself. Oh, NRL Gasly's lagging out.
Would not be a surprise if Gasly lags out at some point during this race as
Kangaroo
well.
Guy does get ahead of him, but apparently Gasly set the fastest lap while he was being steadily outpaced. So unless Kangaroo Guy has that Hamilton's Mercedes engine from Brazil in the back of that W12, then don't know what's going on there. But you can see he's actually losing a lot of speed actually as Lev XRT overtakes him wide, actually lags out, but no, apparently not. He's spontaneously teleported back into P6. So, yeah, that's causing a lot of issues.
Oh, Flex doing some flexing here. Oh, down the inside, what a move! Oh,
XRT and FLX are side by side going into the Hamilton Verstappen corner.
Oh, that was close. Oh, there's going to be some dramas here. Is there going to be drama?
Oh, there's contact! Oh, and there's contact!
There's contact! Oh, dear.
XRT comes off second worst.
That is another clip done. That's 4 clips so far. Oh,
it's the sprint race too.
Unlucky, but Levert stays in the race. More importantly, I haven't been talking as much last few moments because I was looking at the constructors, and I'm looking at potential Alfa Romeo overtaking a Williams team, and
it's looking good for them,
and even an Alpine team as well.
I was going to say, also, you haven't been talking that much because I've been talking a lot. But also, as you said, you've been checking the constructors. But continue with what you're saying about constructors.
Also, Alpine could be involved in that fight as well. But
Wouldn't surprise me.
Their 8th and 9th is an Alpine and wins, and both Alfa Romeos are in the cards. Scotty Mack has joined.
So Scott McLaughlin's apparently joined. former three-time Fiat Supercar champion. I don't think it's actually Scotty Mack. I don't know why he's joined. He is not a, well, as far as I can tell anyway. I actually need to check the Twitch stream, actually. But I'm watching footy, and I'm playing bass guitar. Okay, it's like that meme I saw, which is like a gorilla playing saxophone with balloons at your party. That's my type of party. I would have a gorilla with a saxophone playing at my party. Anyway, completely random stuff out of the way. The gap between the top 4 still remains ridiculously close as Mansell in P10 sadly gets a 3-second time penalty at the Hamilton-Verstappen corner. And he's going through the S's into the Romdom corner, as we're now calling it. I've only referred to that once so far. And NRL Gasly gets on the inside of Urban Growth and gets ahead of him for P5 as Rapid Clappy dives into the pits. He's had enough of those medium tyres. In fact, the McLaren team is going to do a double stack. They're going to swap compounds effectively, which gives NRL Gasly a bigger shot at getting onto the podium paying positions. But of course, we're halfway through this sprint race so far, and Andy H still leads Jishway and Cargamer, but Cargamer's fallen back a little bit. But the battle pack, the fight for the outright pole here, so to speak, is still super close. It's incredible how close it is. Sorry, yeah?
I was just going to say, I think Clappy's made a mistake here. I think
I reckon he has too.
He's coming way too early, and now he's potentially cost his teammate probably some more points as well.
I was gonna say, if I'm gonna be honest, he was on the mediums. He could have gone nearly to the end. Of course, you can, as you said yourself, you can go very long on the medium tire on this track, but he probably should have pitted a little later on rather than pitting now. But as it stands, the McLarens are 11th and 14th right now, which compared to last lap, they were 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 5th, I think. So we have a yellow flag at Sector 1. It is a Ferrari. It is one of the 2 running Ferraris. I think it is I'm a Bird who was ghosted out. It is indeed. And Levar gets in front of I'm a Bird for P16 as a result of that. And Jishway cannot get in front. He's struggling to get in front. Andy's setup's just paying dividends here right now as we have a yellow flag again in Sector 1 as Jishway dives into the pits. Is he planning an undercut, I wonder?
Yeah.
Cargamer also joins him in the pits, as does NRL Gasly, as Kangaroo Guy
speeds into the pit lane. He's also he's coming in way
too hot.
Way too early for Kangaroo Guy. Another lap for sure.
Yeah, perhaps. I was gonna say he sped into the pit lane, but it wasn't quite as bad as that one incident we had in Div 2 where we had I can't remember who it was. I think it was Kuruta, but it was someone, and no, it was Mukping and Kuruta, and one of them, can't remember who it was, but one of them just went straight into the back as they were racing side by side, basically racing to get pit position superiority, and kind of didn't.
Clappy's going to win this race.
Or I wouldn't call it yet, mate. There's still about 6 laps left to go.
He is now a net P1.
Yeah, you sure? You think?
Yeah, the top 6 have not pitted, so he's a net P1.
Oh, no, you're right, yeah. I mean, Andy is still in a pretty strong position to score points from the sprint, which, of course, I'll elaborate, is still only the top 3 in this format. Next year will be in the top 8 in the next game. We still haven't heard any details about F1 2022's game, actually, whereas I believe by this time last year we did hear something about F1 2022, maybe? Not sure, honestly.
You probably think March, or we're in March now, so...
We're in March now, yeah. Mid-March, if anything.
Yeah, mid-March, maybe towards the end of March, we might hear some sort of something. Because you got...
NDH pits?
I'm on board with Clappy. He's coming through Maggots Beggots now, coming onto
passing Romdom.
The back straight now, so... Yeah, he's going to take the lead of this race.
And FLX gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. So yeah, no, you're right. Because look how stable that McLaren is going through Luffield, I think it is. Anyway, I can't remember what corner it is. I just remember that this track is has fancy corner names.
Oh, that's a safety
War Machine
car.
Retiring. Yep, he's spun. That's Gifted.
That's a safety car. There it is.
Clappy, the lead of the race. Yeah. War Machine will start the full 50%er from the back of the grid, which is mighty unfortunate as he qualified P12 and had a good chance to stay within there, but unfortunately it's just backfired on him.
So Mansell and Straight Race have now pulled off the place of all plays now. They get a free pit stop.
Yeah, they effectively do. I mean, I need to check their tyre age. No, Stroker and Mansell have not stopped yet, but they do, yeah, you're correct, they do effectively gain a free stop. But let's quickly go on to position changes on lap 8. As you can see, Mansell and Stroker, but they haven't pitted, so I won't include them. But AMG Hamilton and Swanman have both gained 7 positions from lap 1, with Izzy Boy here gaining 6. Obviously, the person who's lost out the most is Levar, who's lost 8 places since the start of this sprint race.
Got a bit of a question for you.
Yeah.
P9, P13. They both have 5 seconds. Do you come in now and get rid of it?
Yeah. It depends on the tyre compounds. It depends on how old they are, honestly. They're both on softs. Are they old softs?
Yeah, they're on brand new softs.
You see, if they were on old softs, I'd say yes. It's because what have you got to lose?
Or you gotta think they Itchy Boy, Crunchy and Urban have no penalties.
Yeah. As you can see, the pit lane board has not been taken out, so I don't know how so many people are still getting penalties. Big yawn! Big Jim. Anyway, Mansell's pitting. Let's see where he comes out. He might still be in the top 10 by the time he exits pit lane, with how slow the cars are going on out with the safety car waiting for them.
I'm actually surprised Andy, probably let Andy go through, unless Andy just come out of the cross the pit line, the pit lane exit first before Clappy overtook him. But I thought Clappy overtook Andy before the line, as Andy was coming out of the pits. So that is interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I still think there's a bit of a plan there from Clappy to get ahead of him with DRS, but then again, as we saw with Jishway, he couldn't get ahead. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, nonetheless.
So if I'm the medium guys, I'm surprised. I'm surprised none of them have come in. We might see Straight Race come back in, but I doubt it because he'll be on for some points, but soft tires, you know. But then again, depends on where you think you'll finish in the grid anyway. Literally, if you go to sprint qualifying, he'll get at least P11 because the front two have both got penalties and he hasn't.
Yeah.
And everyone behind him has a penalty. So, and he might get like another 3 positions with Kangaroo, Gasly, and Hamilton as well. So, but Straight Race will need to be on the pace from the get-go because safety car will be in next lap.
Yeah, very likely will be. Actually, I'd say you're absolutely correct. It will be in next lap. Stroke Race, it's interesting because he's been okay. He's been an okay mid-pack driver. I haven't seen him score many points. He's been good though. He's been clean. And of course, as you say, yeah, he's in position to gain quite a bit. But we'll be yet to be able to tell that. He's on the medium compound tire, whereas a lot of the front runners are sitting happy on the soft tire. Of course, it's basically an even split, but it's actually quite tricky to tell, honestly.
Yeah. I just noticed that Levar came in for another set of softs. Fresh set of softs, so he's on 2 stops, so he's going to the end on those soft tyres. Obviously, he'll be quick, but he does have a 3-second penalty. So, at worst, probably thinking a P12, because McNeil laps are for position. He'll finish ahead of I'm a Bird just due to the fact of penalties. Flex and Mansell with 8 and 5 seconds as well. Yeah. It's going to be interesting, this safety car race, because no one has come in. So that was the lap to come in for a new tyre, but yeah, big interesting. And I could see Hamilton falling down a little bit as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to check penalties until the end of the race, but yeah, of course, having a penalty in a sprint race is absolutely not the ideal thing to have. Considering, especially with the late safety car period, it's gonna cost him quite a bit, I'd say. As Bird and McNeil's keep exchanging positions further down the field, they are sitting 14th and 15th right now. Maybe there's a bug between the two, but the Ferrari-powered duo, about not the same team, are sitting down there and they've settled whatever's going on down there, and then they're happy in their respective positions. Still waiting on the safety car to go in. I would be checking the Twitch chat, but I have not been able to read any of your messages. I do apologise. I've had issues with because I've been using my main phone that I have for like Twitch stuff which is using my mobile data, like I'll usually like check the comments on there. But of course, I'm watching footy on that phone, so
I've
I'm not
got
able
the
to check the
Twitch.
messages.
I've got the Twitch chat up as well. I've been peeking at it, just OPSL and Rose and all that, talking about War Machine doing a last to first challenge. So
Yeah,
that's going to be
unfortunately, War
interesting.
Machine cannot do that. But I mean, I guess he could. I thought they meant he couldn't. I thought they meant he was going to do a last to first in the sprint, but no, he obviously can't do that. He's DNF'd. But as for last to first, I've seen crazier things. Safety car in this lap. We've got a 2-lap sprint. It's already a sprint within a sprint. It's a 2-lap sprinter to decide the qualifying order for the 50%er that we have later on this evening.
DRS last lap too.
Yeah, that's going to cause quite a bit of a shake-up. It's going to be the battle of ERS management, because of course that is mighty important on the DRS sections here. They are long, and I was going to say girthy, but I've said it anyway. Anyway, we're back under racing conditions, and Andy H sails away with about a second gap. It's gone under a little bit, but he's had a considerable gap. He's had a really good start compared to the rest of the top 3, and we're now back under conditions. AMG Hamilton's catching up to Jishway, wants to potentially get ahead of him to get as high up as he can with his penalty in mind. As we can see, Cargamer nearly loses the rear there, and he actually gains a 3-second time penalty for that, so I don't think that was worth the penalty, but of course, the stewards in this game are basically just Nightbot.
Bit of a bit of a four-way scrap at the back here, but Stroke Race has fallen asleep at the wheel by the looks of it. He's had an absolute shocking safety car restart here. 2 seconds behind Flex, and if he wants to move up the order, I think he still will, just due to the fact Flex and Mansell both have high penalties. But Stroke Race could be in a lot of trouble for McNeil's, Laps, Bird, and Lavar as well.
Yeah, I agree, because the gaps, like again, it's under a second between Stroker Race and McNeil's, and those guys that are behind Stroker Race are particularly racy. They haven't had the best luck, X-Laps and Lavar in particular, but they are quick in their peak, and they will want to get ahead as far as they can. Just back on board with It's Your Boy here, and we have a spin out. It's Lavar who's retired from session. That might not bring out a safety car. It might bring a VSC out. It's too late. I was wondering if it would bring out a VSC. But it seems to be that the poor Williams will start from P17. He had a good short quali. Unfortunately, the sprint hasn't bared much fruit for him in terms of results. We see X-Laps and Stroker Race. So Stroker Race has lost 2 positions there. So it's gone pretty bad for Stroker Race on the restart, I'd say. As X-Laps looks really unstable heading off the final corner there. I don't think he's set up well primed for off-camber corners.
Urban country, or crunchy I should say, not country. Clappy's around. I mean, Clappy's around. That's a reset.
Clappy has spun, unfortunately.
That's a reset.
Yep. So that'll be a penalty, likely for post-race. Even though it's in sprint, it'll be a post-race penalty. As it stands, Clappy's now P10. So yeah, not good to have contact there that late on.
It's your boy.
Ideally.
P3.
Yeah, very likely. Yeah. He'd be delighted with that, considering he DNF'd from qualifying. McNeil's has a 3-second time penalty, and X-Laps and him are actually having a battle here.
Oh, wow. It's your boy. Why? Why would you do that?
Oh, he got a penalty!
Why would you do that? A top 3 start. You're going to fall down by the wayside.
Maybe yellow flag. It's an Alfa Romeo. It is Rapid McNeil's who's gone way off. Oh, and he's gone way off. Car's still in one piece, but that is a very, very scary moment for Rapid McNeil's there. Car completely lost it at the Hamilton-Verstappen corner, and Kangaroo Guy and NRL Gasly have swapped positions, but with NRL Gasly's internet, it's hard to determine if he's actually gotten ahead or not. We'll get back to in about half a lap to see if the internet has persisted, but AMG Hamilton sets the fastest lap on the last lap of the race, and he is chasing Jishway for P2 at the start-finish line anyway. Penalties will change that. As it stands, Andy and Jishway are still battling for that outright pole position. Of course, Car Gamers further down the field. Penalties will pay off. The lack of penalties will absolutely pay off for the rest of the lower end of the top 10, though. I'm guessing there's a few who are set to gain from the lack of penalties, or like just a single penalty.
Urban and Country could be in trouble here. I don't think they'll move up any spots, but looks of it, maybe one or
Country and Urban are battling too, which will make things worse.
Well, they've got Issue Boy there, so they might move up one spot, but the rest of the field, they've pulled out the gap. So, or Kangaroo Guy could be a shout as well, but it's going to be interesting. This is the lap to use up all ERS. Kangaroo Guy has got none. Car Game has got none.
Crunchy looked. Yeah, Crunchy looked. Sorry to interrupt you there. Crunchy did look a little unstable heading out of Hamilton Verstappen, but he has DRS to power him ahead of Urban Growth. The thing is, will he have enough ERS? He looks a little low on ERS actually, and the car looked a little unsteady heading out of Beckett's. And no, he's too far back to make a difference, unfortunately for him. But Kangaroo Guard does get ahead of Car Gamer. And Errol Gasly is looking racy as well. He wants to get ahead of Car Gamer, but of course penalties will factor into the final race result. We're crossing the final corner now, and Jushway and Andy H are super close, but they cross the line 1-2. Andrew Hamilton stays P3, Car Gamer P4, Errol Gasly P5, Kangaroo Guard P6, Urban Growth P7, Crunchy Swim in P8. It's Your Boy here spins around, settles for P9. Clappy stays in P10 with FLX, Mansell, X-Laps. Stroker gains a few positions from that, and X-Laps spins on the finish line.
Yeah.
So Stroker actually ended up gaining a few positions there. You're correct, he gained positions, but probably not what we were expecting.
Yeah.
McNeil's is the last to finish.
He could have started P10 easily, I think. He just had a really, really bad safety car restart. Just not a great one. But yeah, sprint race is now done. Top 3 get points. Plus, don't the fastest lap point get counted as well?
Yes it does. I believe it does. I'll obviously check with everyone if it does. I'll provisionally count it on here, but of course, it's only just a single point, so it will be removed if it's not the case. But if it does, it will go to the Kangaroo Guy, who will get a point for his efforts. Of course, Andy H gets 3, Jushway gets 2, and Andrew Hamilton gets 1. Let's screenshot those results and set up the grid for the full 50%er that we have up ahead. Of course, we've still got another race to go. We've got to wait on everyone to go into the next session. But yeah, that's the first half of tonight's program done and dusted. It's been pretty good. This track damage is not realistic. Yeah, hard to say. The curbs are destroying side pods and underbodies, which is actually accurate, but anyway.
With that as well, Haas have put out a gap and gained an extra point on Mercedes as well. So
so that's proved to be important in the constructors' battle. Who would have thunk, eh?
Yeah, it's 12 points the gap now.
As Noodle says, no orange juice to dinner for someone. Well, for dinner, sorry, not to dinner. As we're now starting the countdown. Got plastic from a pick guard here on my desk, which I need to get rid of. Anyway, completely unrelated. We've got 10 seconds left. Just passing time for the timer to eventually click down. But yeah, it's a good sprint race, all things considered. A couple of upsets, some solid racing. Let's see what the 50% can deliver.
Have you checked Discord? We've both been tagged.
We have both been tagged, have we? I'm going to have a quick look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Where did we both get tagged in? What section?
Div3 chat.
Div3? I'm not seeing anything. It was about damage and also side damage and formation lap.
It's a tag from Mr. Noodles.
Mr. Noodles. Oh, it's for commentary. I did see that. Yeah, I'm more than happy to have him on.
Did you want me to tell you who is where? Because I have the thing up now.
Yeah, he's yes please. Also, I just noticed he said give me that invite, so if you can quickly before you do that, can you just invite Noodles into the party, please?
Yep, I will get that. Is he online? Yes, he is.
He's online. Yes.
I've said it.
Thank you very much for that.
I've spammed invite him, so let me know when you're ready for the grid order.
I know Andy H is on pole and Jushway is alongside him on the front row, but the rest, AMG Hamilton, tell me the rest from that point onwards.
Yep, okay, so we've got... Oh, shit. I backed out by mistake. It was...
It broke.
Just give me 1 second.
No worries, mate.
I think it was Hamilton.
Hamilton was P3.
P3. Okay.
Was that wrong?
So, Car Gamer P4.
Car Gamer P4. Thought it was Car Gamer P4. Up you go, mate. Straight to P4. Yes,
Gasly.
P5.
Kangaroo.
Okay. Yep. Oh, actually, yes. Yep. Okay. 7th.
Urban.
Where are you, Urban? There you are, mate. Yep.
Crunchy.
Where the fuck are you, Crunchy? There you are. Yep.
Itchy Boy.
10th.
Clappy.
Oh yeah, he did. Yep. 11th.
FLXZ0. Or Flex, as I'm now going to
Yep.
call him.
Fair enough.
Stroke
12th.
Race.
Oh, I've just swapped him. Yep. 13th.
Mr. Mansell.
14th.
Laps.
Yep. 15th.
I'm getting to that right now. I'm a Bird.
16th.
McNeil.
It was
McNeil.
McNeil, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
McNeil.
XRT and then War Machine.
Yep, XRT and War Machine, 17th and 18th.
Easy. All right, we are now good to go. I think I have the formation lap enabled. Nice sneeze. Noodles, Josh, if you're there, include your audio, mate.
It is
are
really
you
in.
here to,
I'm
to chat
in,
with us?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
guessing you
into
are.
race in Div 3, actually.
Oh, okay.
I already tag all the Div 3 boys in on Discord, and they don't seem happy.
I'm trying to figure out why.
I am joking. I'm only commentating.
I know you are. Good to have you on board, though. You've been watching the footy, right?
I've been watching the footy a bit. I've been watching yous mainly because I'm like, I was cleaning up my room a bit, and I was like, I want to watch while halftime was happening. I was like, I want to join now.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Hey, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I think this is the first time
Ready.
ever I've done comms on Div 3, actually.
Yes. Welcome to the Borderlands, friend. Yeah, can be a bit of a Wild West sometimes in Div 3, but you know what? Racing's been pretty damn good this season. Much better than it has been last season. And, yeah, it's been really good. I've been really happy seeing how everyone's been going. Of course, we've still got a full race to go, and I've set the grid up, and I believe the grid's been set. I hope it has. I did say confirm. And he's got to pick his car. For some reason, he hasn't picked his car yet. So he's either
Unready,
picking a
unready,
random
unready.
car.
No, I'd be just unready.
No, everyone's sticking with it. He's just gonna start a
No,
random car.
you can. No, it doesn't matter. To a car, it doesn't matter. Whatever car he gets, he's still considered for.
We know, yeah, we
Aston.
know he's an Aston Martin driver, and the fourth quarter of the grand final rematch begins. As I get a private message regarding someone. And
It's all good.
the
It's all good.
all the good vibes in the sprint quali has kind of gone away.
The grid's all good.
Yep, grid checks out. We've got the formation lap on.
Well, I'm not in a car. What's happening?
Well,
You probably
mate,
you
the
probably-
Mercedes seats.
Guys,
You see, that's the problem.
I'm not in a
Mercedes
car.
seats. Okay, well, you know what we got to do, right? You know, if you were going to join Div 3, you know what I wish we could have done in this game? We could have had them on realistic, on standard, which means they all drive the cream of the crop, but you drive a realistic Haas.
Yeah.
And see how far up the grid
Mate,
you can go.
I will do that.
I'd love to find out just how that goes.
Fry, you being asked a question, how's the standings looking like in Div 3? In terms of Rapid, I'm the one who's doing that.
Yeah,
Who's
Noodles is the rapid standings lad.
And graphic designer.
Okay, and graphic designer.
You can't forget that, mate. That's the big title underneath my name. But
I'm OC's graphic designer. Have not made one single graphic at all.
well, you need a bit of help with that. I don't mind pinching it a bit. But yeah, just
That's time out a few
oh,
people.
just been watching this race. Be chaotic. And just look at
Yeah.
I look at the lap times and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing is, I never really watch. You know, I don't do much with different apart from just text the drivers when they do ask a question. But this is a bit exciting to participate in, actually. So very excited. If I do get carried away, I'm sorry. It's just that's a common.
Oh, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. No, you've got nothing. You're doing nothing wrong. We're all here. We want to enjoy the racing that's about to unfold. Of course, we've got the formation lap ready to go as we wait for NRL Gasly to load up.
I'm still waiting for players, so this is banterous. Great game, this.
Yeah, it'll be one
Yeah,
player.
exactly. It's held together with cardboard and super glue, I think.
Literally had the timing glitch when we're all ready at the. Or I was in the lobby at the same time as everybody else. Had a timing glitch, and now I'm on waiting for players. Well, that is just banterous if I've ever seen that.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, alright, so in chat, Wado, welcome to the chat. Everyone, put your predictions in top three and all that. Fry, we'll go with you. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Let's go for your top three.
I need to see tire strats.
I don't think
But
that means anything.
oh, you know, I
In,
usually I
in a track in
usually.
Britain, there is no tire wear. It's clearly a one-stop.
Oh yeah, I know it's a clearly one stop, but I want to
So
know
one
who.
sec.
I want to know who's starting on mediums at the end there, at the back end. Might see someone do like a 15th to third or something.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I see what you mean.
yeah.
We're waiting on NRL Gasly, who's still
No,
causing
no,
issues
he's
for
in
us.
now. It's in now. It's
He's
working.
left. No, he's just left the session, so we're under formation lap conditions right now. Yeah, for some reason his internet just keeps causing issues for us in terms of stream. I can't change the camera for some reason.
Alright, so Fry, there's your grid right there. Give me your top three. Doesn't be in order.
Hmm?
You just choose.
Mm. Excuse me.
Andy H.
I'm going to say. Oh,
There you go, camera now works.
I'm gonna say Jishway, Urban, and you know what? We go a stroke race
Wow.
as top three.
Wow, stroke race. No, I'm not dissing or anything, but it's just with his results, he does seem to just get into the top 10. So pretty much of a dark horse. I think my
He's
dark
probably
horse.
expecting chaos.
I don't know. My dark horse. Look, there's one thing to really expect in these recent races, and that's Urban in the top three. He's been so consistent when I look at this in the results. He's been so consistent.
Mate, just look at Japan last season when I stepped into the comms box for Div3. Urban took those mediums 25 laps in a 27 lap race.
He's a
And he
very
won-
consistent driver.
And he won the thing,
Yeah.
and he still won the thing by like 20 seconds. So, you know,
This is great to watch. It's great to see.
What
Definitely my
about-
big
what-
boy Jish. Jish for
just
me
gonna
has to
say,
be up
what
there.
I was going to
I
say,
don't-
what about you, Noodles? What's your top three? And
Oh,
the Greek
look,
god Romulus, what is your top three as well?
Look, I'm gonna
That's
go.
Noodles is the
I'm gonna go with Jish definitely up there. I think Andy and Jish are gonna like fight out all race, and I do expect Urban to be up there. He's been so consistent. I think if he stays out of trouble, he's just gonna fly through.
This is gonna be not a bold prediction, but it's gonna be counted as one anyway. There will be either a lap one crash, a turn one crash, and it'll be a safety car, or a lap one at the end of lap one we'll have either a safety car or a virtual.
I reckon we'll have a virtual. Anyway, we've got the 5 lights getting ready to clear up. We are looking at the back of the grid provisionally, but now 1 light left. 5 lights are still on.
Oh,
AMG Hamilton has a drive-through penalty, and we're
Two
away. And yep, McNeil's and AMG Hamilton do have drive-through penalties. AMG Hamilton is going to make the most out of that by trying to get as far as he can. But Andy and Jish are nearly
it's
side by
spinner.
side going
There's
into
a spinner.
turn 2. It is an Alfa Romeo of McNeil's. He has a drive-through and also is dead last. So that's turned out horribly for him there.
a
in
bit of
lap 1.
contact for our turn 4.
Yeah, usually that happens. We saw that in Div 2, and I believe we did see that in Div 1 as well. It's a very tight corner. As we see Car Gamer get ahead of Kangaroo Guy going into the, whatever the fuck this corner's called. And Andy H and Jishway briefly exchange positions, and they're still just as racy as they were in the sprint qualifying format. We have a yellow flag once again in Sector 2.
It's your boy.
It's a boy. I don't know what caused the contact there. But he's come off a lot worse and has lost a lot of positions as a result of that. FLX has the yeah, no, that's interesting there. FLX has gained a bit there. But unfortunately for AMG Hamilton, he had too good of a start, and yeah, unfortunately he's now going to serve a stop-go penalty.
Drive-through, yeah.
Yeah, stop-go, yeah, drive-through, stop-go, sort of similar thing.
Hamilton and
It's footy-
McNeil's do not want a VSC or a safety car in the next 3 laps.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to absolutely stuff them over, because of course you can't serve your VSC in that sort of scenario.
Down the inside of stroke race. Oh, what an absolute move and a half that was.
Gets ahead of him there and takes the final points paying position as Andy takes the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:34.140. But of course, that is just starting this, and my footy feed has gone to shit, but that's okay. I've got it back to normal. And Jishway still remains hot on the heels of Andy H. If FLX and X-Laps exchange positions.
Flex! Oh, that
the freeway.
that has been
Oh,
clipped.
the Ferrari's touch.
Oh, and
it gets
War Machine and X-Laps.
bird.
And it's a Ferrari Concertina. So both Ferraris lose out massively there as a result of that contact. And it's your boy here gains 2 positions from barely doing anything.
I have clipped that for the Rapid Stewards, and War Machine is absolutely having hot tires.
Flying. Not good for Ferraris here. It was a bit of a domino effect, but not good.
I think a big penalty is coming to X-Laps' way, because that was big interesting. I have clipped it, and the Rapid
Thank you for clipping that.
And the Stewards might be having a field day. Man, this is a totally different race compared to what happened at France, where I streamed my POV and nothing happened.
You don't stream here and a lot's happened. Oh well, it happens. We couldn't have predicted the chaos like this, but AMG Hamilton's still setting the fastest lap now. He hasn't gone into serve. He has to go in this lap, or he will be disqualified from the race. He might make a plea to remove his disqualification, but I did see him blatantly jump the start, so that will not be removed. He will not lose his drive-through, and of course we can't change that.
War Machine needs to just calm down, keep his head, because he is spinning everywhere.
He's making touch. He's got no front wing either.
He's gonna be lapped. War Machine will be lapped after 3 laps.
Gets ahead of Gasly for P15. We're gonna go up.
Oh, that seemed a bit harsh. A little bit harsh there for Lavar.
Just goes a bit wide out of the Lewis and Max right-hander.
Yep, Hamilton Verstappen corner. Invites Car Gamer to catch up to him, although we don't have DRS enabled just yet, or do we? It's lap 3, so I guess we do. Yes, we do indeed. I see the rear wing flap open up for Kangaroo and Car Gamer, and for Jish, interestingly enough. So that poor exit didn't affect him. Andy Hamilton is diving into the pits as he has to serve that drive-through, which will put Andy H into the lead, and Andy Hamilton gets a 5 second for speeding.
There was no point on the 5 seconds. There was no point of pitting. He just got another 5 second out of it. So he's not having a really good race at the moment. Could change.
He's going to tumble down the order.
Andy though,
Andy
is pushing really hard to stay a good gap from Jish. Jish is just
not enough, though.
Reserving his energy. This will definitely affect Andy. He will be someone who's sitting stuck in the straight in terms of the DRS. I think Jish needs to do is just...
Car Gamer could be in trouble here.
I reckon he absolutely is, because Kangaroo Gamer has proven to be particularly racy, and as it stands, he wasn't able to get ahead of him there, but he's looking at the rear of that car. He can see Alfa Romeo burn into his head, because that car is just so close. His Hummingbird gains a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. AMG Hamilton came out of that stop-go in P14 as McNeils retires from session in the pits. Will that cause a premature safety car? He retired in the pits, so I don't think it should.
It shouldn't.
We don't know knowing this game. You see Andy still leading from Jishway and Car Gamer, but Jishway is still within Andy's DRS
zone. If you
zone.
go into Jish's point of view, you can see Andy's already flashing.
Yeah, so he's been using that ERS like crazy, and it's not ideal to be going through it on such a power-dependent track like this. You can see the Alfa Romeo in the start-finish part of the track is exiting the pits, even though he's retired from session. That's what the cars do in this game sometimes. You can't park it like you can in NASCAR.
What are you doing, man? That is a big corner car. A couple of these drivers, man, taking advantage of the corner cutting. I tell you what.
Yeah, it's not ideal. There's been a lot of aggression in the chat actually since the sprint race. Actually, a lot of people were in good spirits for the sprint, and since that's all happened, there's just been a bit of toxicity.
Oh,
no, it's Britain.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to Monza, Brazil, way more fast pace. I think Britain, compared to the other two, this is more of a power track. Monza is a
It's a power
This
track.
is all top speed. It is, but not as turny. And Brazil is just a little go-kart circuit.
Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, Brazil is really. But I love Brazil. Brazil's such a good track.
Brazil's a very good track to drive on.
Jushway has caught up a little bit.
Oh,
so
and Andy
guys will
goes
go past
to
it.
the
Oh, and Andy has, yes. Commentator's curse. I was going to say he caught up, but he's actually straight up overtaken him. And Andy has lost a lot of positions. He's now facing a risk of not even being in the points-paying positions.
Oh, just had a bit
As I
of a
check
moment as
here.
well. He's caught the car. He probably got a warning out of that. He's using a bit of ARS just to keep the distance from car gamer, but now Joshua is vulnerable here, unless both the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo fight. Both of them in the state of flashing due to the amount of ARS they have. Car going around the 20s, Kangaroo in the mid 20s. Kangaroo saves his saves the overtake for the back straight, and yeah, Cargo
Yeah,
is
he's gonna have to.
he's gonna be
It
flashing.
depends
so
on Cargamer getting DRS too, though. But Cargamer still might get it because they might have passed the DRS
it
detection.
doesn't it doesn't look
Kangaroo
like he is. I think he's vulnerable now. Yep.
Kangaroo guy
he's-
looked a little unsteady though, which might compromise his exit.
That will
think
be
he's gonna do
dirty
it.
air kicking in. He sees car flashing,
Wasn't gonna do
but he's gonna think smart. Especially, you know, he's in my Mercedes right now.
Yeah, and Clappy, I gotta say, is catching up. He's really close into this, and he's effectively in the battle pack now for P2. With Crunchy looking particularly racy as well.
So after Andy having that bit of a hiccup, I guess we can say, but not only P10, so he's on around half a second to if it's pronounce his name, Flex. So
Yeah, that's what I've been
FLX.
saying. I
Yeah.
tell you what, man, these track limits abusing.
speaking of Andy, though, 3 seconds to
it's-
him.
It's a little
Oh.
bit. It's a little bit worrying. Forward stroke race been absolutely mounted by War Machine. Unfortunately, he was very much right behind War Machine through turns 1 and 2, and just he had to lift off.
Oh, Kangaroo on car game up, turn 1. No, he saves
I
it.
was gonna say, Josh, I'd advise you check the Div3 chat real quick, just because there's an admin report. As we continue with the race, there is position changes
Clappy!
between... Oh, Clappy looked down the inside there to get ahead of Kangaroo Guy, but Kangaroo Guy will have the apex out of this corner. Does he stay ahead? Oh, he loses the rear a little bit, which might cost him in the end there with DRS. Kangaroo Guy nearly loses it again and cuts the corner for good measure. But Clappy has the slipstream and will very likely get ahead of Car Game. Or will he get ahead around this corner? Oh, that's nearly side by side. Some slight contact. Clappy's looking particularly racy. Will he stay ahead exiting
He
this
will.
corner? Yes, he will.
Oh,
there's some slight
bit of
contact there.
Oh, I had a heart attack.
But not significant enough to cause any damage to any of the drivers. Clappy now takes P2 from Cargamer, and through the Hamilton-Verstappen corner he goes. He seals the deal, and he is now ahead. What a brilliant overtake that was. Fortunately for him, his car is flashing. He has no ERS.
Well, to be fair, neither does Car Gamer as well, so they're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. And I was looking
Car
in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
War Machine.
Yeah, and he did spin, by the way, Rose. Yes, he did spin. Sorry, you were saying War Machine, sorry, Friesen?
Yeah, I was just going to say War Machine has been lapped by the top 14, so I can't see War Machine getting anything out of this race. To be fair,
Unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to happen.
He's just cruising. Kangaroo Guy again, looking on the inside of Car Game into turn 1.
Oh, this is a risky
Is he gonna
corner to stay
commit?
to. Nah, Cargamer does go wide, though, to give him room. And
That is-
Crunchy's joining in
that's
on this
fair
battle
racing,
as well.
Crunchy and
Urban
Urban.
T.
Both.
Yep, Urban T can give me. I want the P3 right now. And just watching
that
Car
fourth consecutive
Gamer's
podium.
throttle use, it's kind of a very interesting throttle use. I've never seen that ever.
Kangaroo Guy gets ahead of Cargamer with DRS, so Kangaroo Guy is now back into the podium-paying positions. Yeah, I don't have telemetry on because it clutters the UI a little unnecessarily.
No,
But,
I understand,
do-
but I'll pop it on because I'm not streaming. But the way Car Gamer accelerates out of corners, he's like tapping it. instead of gradually accelerating, he's actually tapping it.
Maybe he's doing a bit of a Senna thing, because I know Senna used to do that in an actual car.
Yeah, it's like it's like a center technique, I guess I can say.
Oh, LeVar, that's a big spin. Oh wow!
Around the Hamilton Verstappen corner, he has end plate damage.
How is
Now
he not
out of the points?
How is he not DNF from that? Because that was a big crash.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's coming out well out of the points there as Cargamer and Kangaroo Guy exchange positions side by side. At least they are still side by side heading into the braking zone. No, Kangaroo Guy does get ahead under the brakes. And Crunchy Swanman is looking particularly eager to get ahead of him there. We see a yellow flag in Sector 2 once again.
Now, Mark, if you don't mind, just put your telemetry on just for Cargamer, and I just want you to look at his throttle. It's
I'm
very
looking on
interesting.
it.
I think we just need to have a look at this.
Sways Ando says, I always put on my Rondoms for extra protection. Yes, we are sponsored by my condom brand. Yeah. Maybe I should actually do that. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah, I'm seeing that. That is some very bizarre throttle bit blipping right there. As they lap
It's very
the
interesting.
ghosted
I don't
AlphaTauri
think I've
driver.
ever seen it in a while. But
Yeah,
just
no,
wanted
I've
to
seen
show
it
it
like
off
that.
a bit.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, he's getting closer. Cargamer and Kangaroo is one getting closer to the other.
Oh, Cargamer had an awful exit though, it seems. There's now a half a second gap, and that invites Crunchy Swanman super closely to follow the rear of Cargamer. That didn't make much sense, but yeah, I guess you got what I meant in the moment. Just praying they keep battling behind. Yeah, no, Jish is really got to keep praying. But Cargamer, I'm sorry, not Cargamer, Clappy isn't really in the battle pack. He's 2 seconds ahead of Kangaroo Guy. So Jishway and Clappy are more or less hoping, and Jishway's just got to hope that Clappy doesn't sail on ahead. Yeah, we're on lap 9 of 26, and so far we've only had one retirement from the session, and that is Rapid McNeil's.
Oh,
who unfortunately had to retire
Cargamer! Sorry,
from a
he's-
drive-through. No, you're right.
And then Urban and
that's-
Crunchy as well. Oh, Crunchy actually
Oh, we're
pushes
gonna
off
go three
Urban
wide.
off track, and Urban is off track on the last couple
that's
corners.
a big accident. That is a safety car. Oh, wow.
What happened there?
I have clipped that for you, Mr. Noodles.
Was that between Hamilton and AMG?
I will like to
So
see
AMG and
this.
XR.
There's laps Hamilton and It's Your Boy. I've clipped that for you, Mr. Noodles. That is one definitely for the stewards if you want to take a look at it now.
Yep, please send it to us. Please actually put them in there.
Speaking of
if
Itchy
you can,
Boy, he
because these are
spun.
very
Kangaroo
important.
get to
Yeah, I
free
was gonna say he
second as
spun, yeah.
well.
How is that not a safety car bar?
Yep. I was gonna say, where's the safety car, Michael? What have you done to the settings?
I had it's safety car and it's sim.
Let's
So
have a look. It's standard safety car,
it is.
so
Standard should come up with an incident like that, but apparently not.
I'm gonna run onto the track that calls it.
you're gonna do what that one dude did in 2003. I was gonna say, Frizy, please submit those clips in, and because we need to see those incidents. Because I think there's been some very dirty incidents that have gone on tonight.
I haven't clipped all incidences because I thought, you know, they could be racing incidences, but the ones that I have clipped, the stewards are absolutely going to have no time to rest
Unfortunately
this
for
weekend.
me, I'm the only steward in Div 3. So
I mean,
fun.
I'll
I mean, I can help, but as
Yeah,
I've-
please
I've-
do,
I've called
because there's
it
a
out.
lot going on tonight. Cargamer and Kangaroo Guy still battling for the last podium-paying position. Cargamer gets ahead and breaks a little later, and they give each other the utmost respect for each other. No contact between these two whatsoever, which can't be said for some of the other guys.
Can't,
I
Kangaroo. Sorry, that's
I
just
can't
Mercedes,
believe
isn't
that
it?
there was no safety car. Like, that was an absolute crash. X-Labs flew into the wall, by the way. Oh, Evan!
Oh, yep, Urban's off track.
Oh, and he's hit the wall and he's lost
Loses a
his
bit of
front
a
wing
wing.
end plate, meaning he'll have to go back in and box. So Urban's
Oh,
had
but
a
he's
shocker of
doing
a
bit
last few
donuts.
laps.
He's doing a bit of donuts. Bit of a show.
He's okay though. He's stable. He's doing donuts for the show, but he's still doing all right, and he's in the points-paying positions.
Won't be for long, but. Oh,
Yeah, because
dear.
you have to pit, obviously. For some reason, it's showing the Mercedes of AMG Hamilton when it should be showing the McLaren of Urban Growth. The poor dude hasn't had the most luck in this race so far. Let's stroke a race down in P11. And it's your boy here sitting in P12.
So, pit stops. I'm thinking Mansell Track Race might be coming in pretty soon.
My thoughts exactly. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Clappy did just get a 3-second time penalty, which eases off the pressure for Jishway, who is currently leading. And Kangaroo Guys and Car Gamer are still battling for P3. They've been battling all race for P3.
Oh,
Jishway, though,
there we go.
gets that 3-second penalty, unfortunately.
I'll be talking to Kangaroo for getting up a second earlier. Not good for Mercedes. Come on.
Ah, he'll be alright, mate. It's only half race distance so far.
Mansell's in.
So, I mean, I wish the other Oz admins would come in to see this because I want to be able to, I want to make a verdict here. And I don't want to just you and I. I want the other admins involved in this. But anyway, I want them to check the Div3 chat.
Oh yeah, that bit we will
We'll discuss that later.
I'll put it. Yeah, I'll discuss it later, but I'll put a notice in.
I want people to check that, yeah. I'm actually going to share that in the Facebook chat so more people see, because I don't know why people aren't checking the Discord.
That Urban's having a very, very tough race. The last 3 laps. Gets a 5-second
unfortunately, ends
penalty.
his podium paying streak.
Gets a 5-second time penalty with the wing change. I tell you what though, a late safety car gets rid of that 5 seconds, chuck on a set of softs. I mean, he's going to have to anyway, because he's on another set of softs.
Yeah. He's really got to be praying for a safety car now as Andy gets another 3-second time penalty. He's sitting in P6. He's actually made an okay recovery. Unfortunately for him, though, penalties have largely ruined that, so to speak. But as it stands, the running order is Jishway, Clappy, Cargamer, Kangaroo Guy, Swanman, Andy. Hamilton gets ahead of FLX, actually, in a decent move. So now Hamilton's ahead of FLX, with It's Your Boy here, Mansell, I'm a Bird, Stroke Race, Urban Growth, XRT, War Machine, and Alpha Tarot Driver, NRL Gasly. Rounding out your running order.
A lot of penalties, man. Levar's got 12 seconds of penalties. He's now been lapped, as he's just coming out of the pits now. So tough race for Levar. But yeah, majority 3 and 6 seconds, a couple with a 5-second penalty. As I said in qualifying, track limit's going to be interesting because track limits around here is very, very unforgiving.
Yeah, they absolutely are, because the curbs would give you the assumption that you can at least get away with a bit, and going by the actual racing itself, yeah, they are pretty lenient with the curbs. However, in this game is worse than Nightbot when it comes to banning people, to warning people. So as a result, yeah, penalties just get flown left, right, and centre. Not much of the grid. In fact, only 4 cars, and we're half race distance, have managed to avoid a penalty so far.
Good job for the Jinx. I wonder how many we can expect.
Car Gamer has 1 warning because that was a lap 1 warning. Who else hasn't got 1?
Speaking of car
Crunchy.
gamer, look at Kangaroo on him.
Yep. Oh, they're still side by side. They're still battling. This has definitely been the battle of the race so far, if I say so myself. They've been super clean with one another, and this is the type of stuff we expect in Div 3. Yeah, mighty impressive stuff.
So the ones without penalties, they've all got 1 warning each, so not too shabby. With Car Gamer, Crunchy, Flex, and Stroke Race, but Hamilton's in now.
Clappy! Clappy!
Oh, Clappy lost it. Did he have contact there?
No, it's on his own. By his own, actually. Started daydreaming for a little bit. Kangaroo going Car Gamer onto the hairpin.
Oh, are we going for round 2, are we? Are we on for round 2? Nah, Kangaroo guy.
Oh, Kangaroo thinks of it. So yeah, these two, like Michael mentioned before, this is a really good battle to watch between the two Kangaroo and Car Gamer.
Urban Growth sets the fastest lap of this race on the soft content tire. He's on a bit of a mission.
That's another interesting tactic by the Kangaroo guy.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about as well.
At least 4 drivers have done that line this race so far, so...
Can I race?
Oh,
so Clappy gets a 5 second for speeding. These two, I'm just keeping my eye on them because this is the battle to watch, really.
It's the only battle on track, really. And Crunchy's not that far behind them either.
I think Crunchy's really just allowing it to happen. A mistake from one of them could gain him an advantage.
I think Crunchy might have just missed out on DRS.
You might
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Very likely so, yeah, just by the smallest of fractions as FLX
But
gets
I
ahead of Clappy and
do-
Andy from pitting.
Sorry, I do think
Interesting.
Crunchy though
Yeah.
is aiming for his first podium in a permanent seat as well.
Oh, I mean, I think
I
he's had
believe-
one before. He's had a P2 before.
I think he has, but not in the
Um,
Williams.
Yeah, he's had, unfortunately, beyond his control, a lot of bad luck. But he's been pretty good. Been very clean too. Just behest to, yeah, a lot of other people. And as I'm seeing the footy game right now, and oh, fucked up my tip.
With that,
Anyway, we're on lap.
Car Game
15
is
of
also
26.
going. He's going to be trying for his second win. Jish will be going for his, I believe, his third win of the season. Kana, his third win as well. And yeah, I think with Crunchy, he's had 3 podiums.
Yellow flag. The
in
second
that-
one is a Red Bull.
It's stroke
Stroker
race. Yeah, stroke race.
Oh.
Way off. In fact, the camera couldn't. The fixed camera couldn't even. pick this up.
Crunchy is in the pits. Potential undercut here. You might
Yeah.
have the gap to flex though, and even to Clappy.
Now, the only way you can really undercut here is if the car's in front, just keep on going. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Oh,
FLX gets a 5-second penalty. That's mighty unfortunate from FLX to get that. Has the pit lane board been taken out? No, it hasn't. So again, seeing a lot of penalties despite the pit lane board still being there.
it's gonna be close.
We had it
between-
taken out one race.
It's gonna be close between Clappy and Crunchy here. I think Clappy's got him. Oh no,
No, he
hasn't.
doesn't.
Crunchy's got him. Just so the overcard
Yeah.
has worked for Crunchy here.
But they're both on the soft compound tire, and they've both proven to be particularly racy. Those cars are both their cars. Actually, Clappy's car's really filthy. I think he did have an off pretty early on, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got 11
So-
seconds of penalties though. So,
That's going to cost him a lot.
well, once again, as I said in France, a lot of these drivers who should be at the top are going to be either down low end points or out of the points. So, as I said at France, these drivers need to watch out for their
Kangaroo car
For the-
game
for the
and
penalties.
along with Jish.
Oh,
and
they were
Clappy's.
super close alongside each other in the pits. Did Cargamer get a penalty? Oh, Cargamer actually... Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I did see them super close entering the pit lane, but for whatever reason, AMG Hamilton gets into the penalty, and they're side by side with FLX. Let's see these two go side by side
That
into the
could
Hamilton
be
Verstappen
taken
corner. Oh,
off.
and there's some slight contact. FLX could have given AMG Hamilton a bit more room there, but as it stands, no damage, no foul. Maybe a warning, but no foul.
14 seconds for Rapid Clappy. Now he picked up another 3-second time penalty. Crunchy could be a net P2 here.
FLX needs
He's
to not
definitely
swerve on
pushing.
track limits.
You will get one.
Alright,
You'll get
as AMG
Kangaroo.
Hamilton gets ahead.
Can Clappy get Kangaroo? Oh, it doesn't look like it. Kangaroo just gets out ahead.
But
So-
he's
Oh,
going
they're side
for
by
it
side.
behind.
AMG Hamilton, though, and FLX are still battling for position. Those two are having a ripper of a race right now.
So if things, even if Kangaroo or Clappy do get up ahead more with positions, Cargo and Crunchy are still somewhat in the hot seat, with them having no penalties at the moment. And Cargo will need to be trying to get at least under 2 seconds of Gist if you want to get that P1 back-to-back wins. But Crunchy is currently flying. He's going to be going the outside of Car Gamer here. Not going to get the move done. He's going to wait next time around. Has a bit of an unsettling line there. Let's check something. The footy has finished. Melbourne take the dub.
Yep, so I got my tip wrong for that one, unfortunately. But you know, it is
didn't.
what it is.
I didn't.
You didn't. Yeah, it was a 6-4 split between everyone I know. Everyone in that tipping comp, so that was fun. Oh, and FLX and Hamilton have more contact there. And FLX is definitely pushing the utmost limit of what is acceptable in defending your position. And AMG Hamilton hasn't necessarily been too terribly clean himself. It's your boy here setting the fastest lap of the race.
Here comes Andy.
So he will not score points.
Gets the move done.
Wonderful move there from Andy to get ahead of Mansell for P6. Of course, penalties will shake that up.
Yeah, if I'm Mansell, I'd use Andy as a bit of a DRS pull and save up that DRS, but he's a long way back. That's interesting. He uses his ERS through that corner, but he's not turning it off through here. He's on 0%. So either he's got ERS stuck, or he's just not turning it off. But now he's turned it off. But yeah, that's interesting. He left it on through the Hamilton Verstappen corner, and left it on through Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, fascinating. Hey, sorry, someone needs to keep an eye on AMG Hamilton and FLX, because those two have been battling and it's been getting a little on the dirty side. Need someone to keep an eye on that, just in case.
Yeah, that's a brake check. I have clipped that.
Of FLX?
Yep.
Yep, I saw that too. That's going to result in some rather... That's going to result in...
Oh, Clappy had a bit of a moment with that. His internet died on him. Okay. He had red bars behind him, but he's all good now.
So that's a bit of an odd flex. Saving a spin in a potential race-ending collision by losing your internet connection. I've seen weirder ways to prevent spins. But War Machine for a lap. Want to see what the hype is about.
I think he just wants a one lap with War Machine. War Machine is, after a messy start with him, he's just cruising at the moment. I think he's just having a Sunday drive.
It's good for car experience. Yeah, it's a Sunday drive. It's good for car experience, honestly. You can't really go wrong with that. These two have continued to have... These two are still battling, despite the brake checking and the rather dirty sweeving, which is, you know, not illegal, but generally frowned upon.
Urban,
very interesting stuff.
Urban has to be careful here with these two. You don't want to be caught up in any other unnecessary...
Oh, dang, it's another 3-second added this time.
There's gonna be
side by side.
Oh, that's contact.
Yeah, they're side by side. They continue to battle. And Evan Groth's gotten in on the action as well, so it's now a 3-car battle.
Oh,
and
he's
Evan
almost
Groth's had to slow off significantly there.
It's gonna have to
AMG Hamilton goes off into the grass. He gets ahead.
But he has to give it back. He does have to give it back.
Yeah,
and he spins too.
Urban now takes...
Oh, Hamilton does spin.
Yep, AMG Hamilton does spin, so it's been absolute chaos in the mid-pack, if I'm going to be honest. Kangaroo Guy and Car Gamer are still battling, of course, as the other two have pointed out a couple of times in prior streams. I do apologise for the lack of my commentary. I've been focusing on Discord stuff. There's been a lot.
Oh, it's your boy! You don't want to be touching the curb. Hamilton is out. He's done. Is that a safety car?
That might bring out a late. Yeah, that does indeed bring out a safety car.
And that's right on the line as well. Not great.
Stroke race. Oh no, he needs Jishway to stay out. Okay, stroke race to stay out here to keep his lap. 100% he needs to stay out. If Zishway comes in, great. But if he doesn't, stroke race needs to stay out and keep his lap.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Zishway stays out. Oh, stroke race. He should have just stayed out. And he sped into the lane. That's race over for stroke race, and that's my top 3 gone. He had no penalties. He would have been a net P3. I think Kangaroo, Clappy, Flex would get rid of their 5 seconds right now, just to downgrade their penalties, if anything.
They'd be well, yeah. They'd mean well to do that. I do agree.
Flex will have nothing, so he could be a net P3.
But he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah,
and he's just brake checked. It's your boy here, actually. I've just seen this live. Nitsy Boy here wants to join in on the action as well. So I'm just seeing that. I'm witnessing that.
It's your boy. That's a penalty.
But also FLX as well.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
The way we're going, I don't think we'll even have a 10-car grid for next week. FLX, mate, we did see you brake check.
I'm a bird here. Oh,
He's in the chat, so...
12 seconds of penalties,
it's saying he missed his, but I did see that. I don't know, man.
Okay, look, boys,
I'm seeing a lot
something's just come up. I have to go, but thanks for having me in the comms box.
No worries,
It was
mate.
really-
Hopefully everything's okay.
Nah, there's nothing too serious. It's just something I've got to deal with, but probably won't be back in a while. But thanks for having me in here.
No worries, mate. Thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, I'm gonna like have it on my screen watching it, but yeah, it's got to deal with something. But it's all good. Thanks again. Everyone else, enjoy the race.
Oh, Jishway! That is a bit of a lag spike there.
Yeah, not ideal.
Stroke race. If only you stayed out, man, you would have kept your lap.
Yeah,
You
I
would
reckon
have
too.
you
It's-
would have kept your lap. No one wants the Frizy advice. Oh, no one wants the Frizy advice. But yes, if there's a safety car and you're about to be lapped, stay out.
Yep, stay out.
That's the
Oh well, it is what it is. People
even
learn.
yeah, even if the leaders don't come in, just stay out. And the top 5 have not come in. I'm surprised Kangaroo Guy hasn't either. I'm not sure why. He could get rid of that 5 seconds and just, have limit damage. But, it is what it is. It's interesting.
Indeed, it is what it is. Yeah, no, it absolutely has been interesting. I do apologise for my lack of discussion, really, about the race. I've just been micromanaging the stream, and also the Discord chat, because a lot has been going on. Yeah, I've just been browsing through, and there's going to be a lot. Thankfully, you've been here to pick up a lot of these penalties.
Yeah, well, it's clipped a lot of incidences, which, to be fair, it will be slam dunk penalties.
Highlight the drivers that were involved as well, if you can. So just do your own submissions as a secondary, because of course you're another perspective, as you said.
Yeah.
It's important.
Oh,
It's
Urban,
very
mate,
important.
that's illegal, I think.
What's he done?
He's overtaken Gasly.
I don't think it is. He's checked out.
Yeah, but it'll still come out as give position back. Huh? Looks like it hasn't this time, so Urban gets away with one there. But yeah, so it's your boy Flex and Bird about to come around. Safety car will be in
Yeah,
this
they're
lap.
holding each other up a bit, actually. They're holding each other up, which will harm them in the long run.
I think it's your boy.
It's a bird here.
I think it's your boy wants the safety car to stay out for one more lap, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Look at the gap between him and look who he's got behind him. I don't think there's anything
Well, I'm a bird.
playful about this.
Well, I'm a bird's here as well, and he's just an innocent bystander. So it's going to be some big penalties, potential, maybe even potential race bans. The way it goes.
Race bans, yeah. No, there's race bans in consideration.
Urban Grove could be on the podium here if he pulls a. If he overtakes Mansell quickly and pulls a 3-second gap to Flex, he could be back on the podium here. Because Clappy has 12, Andy has 6, Crunchy has none, Kangaroo has 11, and Cargam has none, Jishway has 3. Anything were to happen up ahead, he could be up.
Jish has just gone off track a bit.
And I think
It's okay though, he's back on track. 3 laps to go. And we are back under racing conditions after a bit of a prolonged safety car, if anything.
yeah.
Yeah, we're back under, and Jishway leads Cargammer, but of course Jishway has that penalty, which will throw things into a question mark. And it is never ideal to receive a penalty that late in the race. As Bird gains a 3-second time penalty, we have a spinner. I think it is the Ferrari. Oh, is it War Machine? I think it was War Machine.
No, it's not War Machine. I think it was I'm a Bird.
Yeah, it was one of the Ferraris.
Yeah,
so
I think it was on
because they're
Bird.
both pretty bunched up. But anyway, the gap still remains steady at about half a second. My apologies. But Actually, it's gained a little bit, actually, as Jishway's had a particularly good exit, but of course Cargamer's had an even better one. And the gaps keep fluttering in between the 4/10 and 6/10 mark. But of course, Swanman and Kangaroo Guy are in on the action as well. They are looking particularly likely to get a good, very solid race result, particularly Crunchy, who has managed to avoid penalties.
I like
a fantastic effort from him.
I like to point out as well, Urban Grove does not need to worry about Flex, as Flex has a 3-second time penalty now. And it's your boy
It's your boy who spins.
Oh.
I just picked that up at the last moment. It's your boy here unfortunately spins, and I think that's him out of the points paying positions. That does promote I'm a Bird into the points paying positions with a P10. So quiet consistency does pay off in the end to a degree.
But he needs to get It's your boy 6 seconds.
Which could be doable, given the spin. There might be damage. I don't think there is damage, but there's definitely damaged tyres, which will affect grip in these last 2 laps, as we're seeing a particularly close battle group here with Clappy, Andy, and...
Urban is out! Yeah, that could be not even a safety car. Oh!
Urban is out. That is massively unfortunate for Urban. He's had a very good run there. Despite the bad luck that has behest him, he's unfortunately going to walk away from this race with no points. As we see Mansell and Andy H battling for 6th and 7th.
Tell you what,
still rages on.
I tell you what, Lavar Stroke Race War Machine. I know they're lapped down, but one more DNF. Those three could battle for potential P10, but Stroke Race does have the edge over the other 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Still unfortunate that Urban DNF, but yeah, one man's loss is another man's gain, and that's definitely the case tonight with all the DNFs that we've had, and of course all the penalties that will come post-race. This will change up the order quite significantly. But as it stands, we've got another yellow flag in Sector 2. It is a Aston Martin. It is It's Your Boy who has spun on that corner once again.
Oh, that is huge! That is big now for Jishway. 6 seconds. Crunchy could be on...
Oh, and he spun! He's going to hit the wall at high speed, and he's lost his front wing. He might be out of the race.
No, he's still
not
going.
Out of the race. He's moving under his own power. But his race is effectively over. He will probably not finish in the points-paying positions. He's got 1 lap left, and that grants Cargamer the lead of this race. Jishway just spins on the second to last lap. Such unfortunate luck. He was commanding that race from near start to finish. Had a very solid run there. And unfortunately for him, it's all kind of come undone with this second to last lap.
Yeah.
Still, the race rages on with Cargamer and Kangaroo Guy now battling for the outright lead. With 1 lap to go. If Cargamer messes up anything, then that could warrant Swanman a victory or Kangaroo Guy, depending on the penalties. But I believe Kangaroo Guy has about 6 seconds, correct?
Kangaroo Guy has 11. Oh, Mansell, you just thrown away a podium. You have just thrown away a podium.
A debut podium for Rapid Racing as well. Mighty unfortunate. He's shown to be pretty consistent and has shown to not... he's shown to be pretty clean, actually. I haven't seen him in any incidents. I don't know if you've seen him do anything dirty or anything like that, but seems to be doing pretty good.
But I need to watch the clips. But Andy now on par for a podium here.
This Kangaroo Guy sets the fastest lap and actually is ahead. I didn't see when he got ahead, but he did absolutely get ahead. And now the final lap of this race begins. Kangaroo Guy leads Cargamer, who then leads Crunchy Swanman, and then Rapid Clappy. And of course, penalties will significantly affect the outcome of this race. And yeah, Jishway is pitting actually. He hasn't opted to stay out on the last lap.
Well, he looks like he's going to be guaranteed a P10, so it's 1 point. So yeah, but this could be huge for P2 and the constructors as well.
Yeah, definitely. It could definitely shake up the constructors from all these unexpected retirements. As War Machine gains a 3-second penalty, he's sitting in P13. Jish is P10, but has no penalties. Oh, he might only have a 3-second now. Or less, I don't know actually. We'll wait for him to come back out of the pit lane.
And it's
Never mind, there's a battle coming on. And Kangaroo Guy has his rear end flashing, meaning he has effectively less than 10% of ERS. And with one last DRS zone left, will Cargamer make the move or will he stay back? Kangaroo Guy is swerving a lot, which is not really allowed. Cargamer stays ahead. Cargamer stays subside. He loses a bit of the rear there. He goes a bit wide. But he dives down the inside there. And nearly makes contact, actually. So, not ideal, but he still crosses the line and actually wins. 5 seconds unserved for Kangaroo Guy. That gives Cargamer, Crunchy, and Andy the podium result there. When Mansell crosses the line, he stays P5. Okay. Clappy P6. FLX will cross the line. Provisionally P7 with I'm a Bird gaining P8 from all that.
Yeah,
That
but
was a very solid effort there.
He might not just fall down. He might stay P8 with those, even with those penalties.
It's your boy here in Jishway, yet to finish the race. We are waiting for both of them to cross the line. It's your boy here is on the final 2 corners.
Yeah,
I
P9.
thought he was going to crash into that stricken car there, but he didn't. So yes, P9 provisionally, and Jishway. Will Jishway gain a position? We are yet to find out. Going to go on board with him as he is the last of the... Oh, and he hits the wall. He still finishes P10 as a result of all that. And driver of the day goes to debutant Mansell. If you can, please invite the top 3. That would be lovely.
Yep, I will do that now for you.
Much appreciated.
And Kangaroo Guy gets 13 points as well. He gets past that
solid
point.
Stuff.
So that, or is Andy Red Bulls or is he actual Aston?
He's Aston, but he unselected his car for some reason. Not sure why he did, but you know, it happens. These things happen. We're going to wait for Andy H to join. If he doesn't join, then we do an interview from second to first. So we'll just wait on that.
Yep. Aston,
and of course, yeah.
Aston have pulled away from McLaren now. They're very
from that P3.
Yeah, P3 and P9. But Haas, they're in trouble. They're in trouble from the Astons now.
Well, it doesn't appear that Andy H will be joining. So let's start from P2. Crunchy, mate. P2 started 8th, was disqualified from the short quali. Managed to turn that around really nicely, eh?
Yeah, I had to make the sprint race into just trying to catch up as much as possible. Get a good start for this one. And I think it helped a bit. I just stuck in it the entire race. It was tough behind Kangaroo and Cargamer. They were fighting the entire time and just couldn't get past either of them. But yeah, it was a good race. Good race. Happy with the podium.
Yeah, well deserved. You know, you kept it clean. You're one of, well, actually, in fact, both of you were the only ones to avoid penalties. So, fantastic effort from both of you two. Absolutely clinical. Fantastic stuff. Hope to see more of that from you guys. And yeah, so we'll go on to P1. Actually, sorry, before I continue, Frazi, do you have anything to say?
No, it was just a good race. He pretty much asked what was need to be said anyway. Yeah, GG's, good race.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm actually quite puffed.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, definitely. I can see why. Cargamer, mate, second win in not as many races, but in the last few races. Yeah, quality stuff there, mate. Managed to be one of 2 to avoid penalties. Talk to us about it. How did it go?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was just trying to stick with the leaders for the majority of the race, and just knew that if I could keep it clean, no penalties, no spins, I'd be in contention. But yeah, the battling I had with Kangaroo Guy, that was incredible throughout the whole race. Like, really enjoyed the wheel to wheel. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was just a good race. But I know Britain's one of my stronger tracks, so I think
I can't relate.
next week will be a bit different, a bit harder to win, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, next week will be interesting, but of course it's Hungary, so that's typically a track of attrition.
Yeah.
But still, nonetheless, excellent stuff, dude. Congrats on another win, and I hope that form continues for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Right, well, from all of us at Rapid Racing, that is it for tonight. I am your co-host, SD Romulus. With me in the comms box was Frizy, and for a bit of the race, Rapid RRT Noodles AU. So shout out to him. But also, thank you, Frizy, so much for joining me once again. It's been a pleasure having you on board
Yeah,
to commentate with me, mate. It's always good.
no problem. I was happy to do it.
Yeah, so that's basically it from all of us. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you next week for Hungary.